Good morning, everyone, again. Good morning and good evening.
Good morning, Geshe, everybody.
Good morning.
Is everybody here? You can see, hey, everybody. See behind there, here, there. Sorry that. Hey, it can block. Please. No, it's closed. Anyway, I got it. Oh, that's good. That's it. Whoop. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Sorry. Hello. Morning. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening.
Can I ask for people, there was a little trouble with the sound online. Is the sound any better when just one person is talking?
It's
Right
good
here?
now. It seems to be fine
Okay.
now.
Okay, it might have been just with everybody, the doesn't work as well.
Be patient, okay? It doesn't work. It don't complain us, complain the internet. Anyway, they're wonderful. Also very beautiful weather. Temperature is good, weather is good. We do a little meditation, okay? Usually, always, as Buddhism, it's a motivation is most important to our artists. They say, oh, what means motivation? What kind of motivation we need? Just to do the, same as we take up which the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha are taken up which enter enlightened. And what next line? Yeah, this is because the first two sentences describe or about Buddhism, you are Buddhism or not. The second two verses talk about the bodhicitta. As Buddhism, we have also many different traditions, Buddhism views, because it means there's something contradict. It's not contradict. And Buddha's teaching, because there are also many different people, different views, different ideas. Therefore, the purpose Buddha to what person lead to what kind of teaching. And after that, how can he lead them to also follow the enlightenment? Therefore, there are no contradiction, no contradict, right? Contradiction. But differently because different purpose. And therefore, essence Buddha's teaching, but we need refuge, bodhicitta. Therefore, you are perfect, you are fun, you are pass. even if you don't have the refuge, no, then we say, I'm the Buddhism, I'm the Mahayana tradition, I'm Tibetan Buddhism. Oh, yes, you maybe look like that, but not really follow like that. Even, Georgie come to Tibetan, he said, even some people say, I'm the teacher to describe for Buddhism. Those people also not refuge. For refuge is from your mind. It's not just something to force. Okay, you have to do that, not like that. According to take the refuge, let me understand for qualities Buddha, the benefits of Dharma, and also how important to the Sangha. And therefore, you understand these things, then you get very strong, faith, trust, then you follow that. Therefore, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha is always a refuge. And morning, whenever you wake up, it's good, you get up, you wash things, then you go to your shine room, sit there, do meditation is the perfect way. But maybe you don't have the shining room, maybe you have no time, too complicated. Even just you wake up, you just remember awareness to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Just recite the verses. Now take refuge, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha all day. Benefit for all mother sentient beings. Whatever today activities. Think that you're a very good level all day. And evening you come back, you can check what you do today. Something to good, rejoice. Something to not really done well, and also you can say, okay, tomorrow I'm doing better. Not, completely yourself. It's not, usually it's not your fault, it's because we follow our delusions. Our delusions take us to wrong direction. Therefore, it's not really our fault. We can complain for our delusions. Like that. Okay, this is for daily practice. Okay, now we do the meditation in our front. This is really a holy place. I always mention we go to the Buddha Gaya, like that things, Buddha's place. We say, why? Because Buddha came there, Buddha enlightened there, Buddha teaching that place, then Buddha blessing the place, then we reach the place. When you went there, you can also feel some different, right? Or the holy place, India, Nepal. And because why? All the masters put that really strong blessing there. Therefore, here, also, right now, like one of the example we can say, living Buddha is His Holiness the Lama. He come twice here. All the Tibetan masters come here, they give blessing. And even the non-Buddhism, Christians, Hindus, Islam, they also, teachers come, they also blessing. Therefore, we have all the, Buddha's image here, blessing by the, or the holy gurus. Then we have the also Buddha's teaching, or the Khensur, 200 volumes, all the teachings there. We have danger come by for the India masters, or the 200 volumes. We have all objects for Buddhism. Now, even you go to the great monastery, you say, okay, I'm going to Sera, big monastery, huge monastery, but their objects same. Maybe the big space. Maybe you can put this Kurukulla Center inside. But objects all the same here. Therefore, in order to successful our practice, also we need to support for the space. When we satsang or tosang, satsang. Satsang Shantideva.
We need a good place, a prosperous place, and also a good companies to the practice. This is a good place.
하나에다 간도 주로 장장 아니 소소 무슨 너와 나시 영어 매치고 가도 미치게 정어진 당어진마다 저상 주로 장장에서 하고 조상을 잘 되게.
Also, we have a good company, supporting each other to do the practice, and we didn't come here by force. It's not somebody forced us to come here. Yeah. Well, each other.
에다 이제 사상 내상보 조상보 이렇게블이야. 소소를 아직도 총강으로 받는다 원래 이거는 진짜 총강 소화가 용 그래.
This is a good place, like a special good place, and it's not like an ordinary place. Like if you go to a shopping mall, you go to the center, you get a different feeling, right? You get a different feeling there.
제가 먼저 전업자도 전업자들 때래 내려내 소소 소화지오로 선발하려고 또 될 전업자.
So that's the blessing. When you get that good feeling, you come here and you get the good feeling, you feel happy. That's the blessing.
에다 아니 먼저다 간지 나 고송 투대다야 아니 저라면 최대요를 딱 간지 사자인데 단다 아리나는 세와 있나 안 된다고 이러면 내려 하 방향도 사자 같이 뭐 말이라고 말해.
But inside we have all these the holy objects, the statues, scriptures, and so forth. And outside also we have a great stupa. So this place is really holy, special. In the whole United States of America, if you try to find a place, special place like this, maybe you might find equal to this, but not better than this.
하나씩 내려다 단다 정보를 묻지도 넘어서 버는 묻지도 가든처럼 묻지라도 몸을 팹네야. 아니 지 가주들은 뭐 보나 저놈 좀 보시고 차대 그래.
Because there have been visited by all these different high lamas, His Holiness Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Tseten Rinpoche, and all these great lamas, and have given teaching, and so this place has become very a special and blessed place.
오케이 대신들이 나라요는 담도 소식 검들이 잡아서나 근데 내가 소수 그렇게 돈에 니바타 가지고 나와나 안 내가 전에 한 진행을 주는 명분.
And so if we take this opportunity to do a practice or meditation in a special place like this, even if we don't have the ability in ourselves to do the practice, but because of the blessing from the place itself, we'll be able to do better than have the ability to do.
왜 당가도 주세 당가도 검접을 걸라바나 지나 검자단라 말하면 버다 근데 고소 투진 원래 검접 걸라야 소소라야 찻대가 고 간디나 됐어 내 삼아샤추.
And so usually when we do meditation, you're supposed to visualize something, right? So like a Buddha's image of Buddha, but whichever Buddha, since we have so many statues inside here, you don't have to think of all of them. You can just think one feels to you that you can easily visualize. So just visualize that in the statue.
근데 아니 그때 간데면 대 아니 상제 탐축을 받이까지 고소 줄이 되게 채널을 맞추면서 보니 니바치리 되바이 상관없이도.
And that one statue that you can visualize, think of that as a real Buddha, and that is the embodiment of all the Buddhas, all the deities, all the Dharma protectors. Like this is, you're the Guru, you're the deity, you're the Buddha, like that. So just imagine one statue of the Buddha and think of that as the real Buddha, and that is the embodiment of all the Buddhas, all the deities, and all the Gurus.
하나씩 다 되게 여여나 강도 오타마나 지다가 이제 사기다 자주서 만나게 깜짝다 보시요 섬 나 장보를 뭐시게 손지나가 갈라 저 근들은 뭐 주리 첨부 가 뒤코라도 사마라 차와장장 대왕아도 로디 근들은 이제지 나 뒤속을 잡아던 것도 대등밀은 저기 오는 거 대인도 없이.
Then surrounded to that Guru, you can visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10th direction, surrounded to him or her. And just your main focus would be to the main figure, Buddha. But surrounded to him or her is all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10th direction. Just like when you're looking, or in the assembly, of monks and with His Holiness with all the monks, your attention is to the His Holiness, you can also still think of all the monks and nuns sitting around him. So just like that, the main figure, main focus should be to the main figure. Then surrounded to him or her, you can think of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions.
방제 수수 고라고라서 예 연주 참마 알았다 친디가 파마 같은데 심지어 참마요 삼아지.
Then surrounded to oneself, you can also imagine all the sentient beings, including one's parents in all this life, and surrounded to all the sentient beings in all the 6 realms.
대우치나 공제가 갈았다 두치 공점네 다 담보 공 자사로 딱 내 상제 가리나 대 공점 대치 바 수수 셈템보라고 하잖아. 이 뒤투가네 내가 거기 가보지 좋지. 대나지 다 쇼지 상지 탐주 기투가네 거기 가보시네. 어디 소소라지 마트링을 거기가 집어자지. 아니 수수수보다 마지 남도 추가 남아로지. 어제는 수수 리가스도 마타송 삼바지. 그래서 마연 반티 솔에 심지 참아 다음에 영요 삼바지 도진에 대선배를 check.
Then once you have this clear visualization of the main figure, then imagine a nectar and light flowing from the heart of the Guru Buddha, and also a stream of light and nectar flowing from the heart of the Guru Buddha and from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions surrounded to them. Then all this stream of light becomes one stream of light and nectar, then enters into your body, your crown. Then also imagine all the sentient beings around you are having the same kind of light and nectar flowing to their body, and then to yourself. Imagine yourself and all sentient beings, negativities, all the obscurations and all the delusions, all the common delusions, are all purified, all very clean like that.
근데 링하게 되도 참마 다스 비질라네 수수질라 찍다 아니 초가 대화식 와 아니 tin지게 지 샘게 초가 대화식 지 깨주지 디가라 샘샤네 다 되고 간나 수수선 참마 전서 는 담동한도 수부주 세워질라야 수보를 해려도 지 기원 올라가는 어디 선도지 샘마 차지 디가라 샘샤네 공점에 하고요.
And then once you have realized that all the negativities have been washed away or cleansed, then you feel happy. So you feel very fresh or relaxed, just like after you have taken shower, and you feel very relaxed. Just imagine like that. So then keep your mind on that bliss of feeling happy, of being purified of all those negativities.
오케이. 다음 주에 공장이다. 근데 네가 남들도 못 안담도 남들고 들들들이 되고 싶은데.
We're going to meditate now on that, okay, like that. And so because there's no noise from the airplane, usually you hear a lot of airplane noise. Today is flying in a different direction, not flying in this direction. And you don't hear the sound of airplane disturbing you. Let's do this meditation.
Okay. Too long than you fall sleeping. You snore it to also destroy next to you. 자, 나 누구친 검제를 걸라 지지나 정도 미세 초월 레토 말해. 나 검도 양이 잡나. 하나 거는 니 버텨요.
So when you meditate in this way, right now you might not get much feeling. If you continue to do it, and then again after some time, definitely get the feeling.
제가 되네 아니지. 야, 너네 잠좀 검제를 걸라야. 남도 뭐뭐 용어도 없나? 남도 뭐 용어 없어서 하거나 양. 대 검치. 바로 쇼치를 이렇게 따라서. 남도 무슨 더 많이나?
So when you're doing meditation like this, you usually get a lot of distractions. So that those distractions are what we call the conceptual thoughts rising in your mind, or superstitious thoughts. Many different kind of thoughts coming in your mind, and sometimes we just get carried away by that. Things you're able to recognize that as the disturbing thought, then that itself is a good sign of meditation. So if you feel like I'm getting more disturbing thoughts than before, or I'm getting more disturbing thoughts today, like that, and if you're able to recognize that, that's also as a good sign of having paying attention to your mind.
그래서 샘 가와도 하고 지대죠. 당연히만 고면도 가와요 하고 지잖아. 안 된다고 말하대.
But if your mind is, like I said, gets carried away by that thought, and you say you're meditating on something, and then suddenly your mind is somewhere else, and you don't know what you're thinking about and what you're supposed to meditate on, then that's not good. So that's a full distraction.
나도 맞아야 돼. 잠좀 검제를 걸어야 지. 남도 많이 우도와.
For most of us who are beginners or not used to the practice, it's like that. We get that kind of lot of disturbing thoughts.
맞아. 야, 된지기야 남도 마모 용을 깔아야 남도도 바꿔야 답이 좋만. 남도는 막 무슨 말인지 돼.
And so when you're getting that kind of disturbing or distracting thoughts, not trying to stop that itself, not trying to stop that. But just recognize itself. If you just recognize it, then also, this is negative thought or disturbing, distracting thought, then itself will go away.
아니 바주 가려면서 수수 곰 가야 돼. 선거티 가는 만초가 지금 대토가 있나? 양심보다 발롱도 그래. 선거도 그 곰자도 유티 가는 더 알아 샤토가 있나? 남도 선거도 그 그런 니바요만 발랑도 그래. 선거도 야고 샤토가 있나?
When you recognize and it's this is disturbing or distracting thought, and then it will go away again. But on also other hand, if you're able to focus on the object of the meditation and all the time, then of course there won't be a distracting thoughts.
안간데 삼노면 내 삼에 야고만가 삼충도 요인데 삼거는 되네 두두로 되네 삼에.
So when you recognize it, then just leave it. This is distracting thought, and then it will go away by itself. But then if you keep saying, this is bad, I should not think about it, then it gets worse.
나 지나서 second 숨지도 벌려야 커피 주는 맛은 대화는 이런 막 하는 남도 커피 마시면 커피 콜라
Like for 30 seconds, if I tell you, don't think about a coffee, you will think about coffee.
제가 가서 샘도 계산이 좀 맞으려는데 그 제거 제래도 맞아야 돼요 그러.
What you're not supposed to think, then that thought will come, coffee, and then coffee will think. Right? So it's very strange. Our mind, whatever we're told to not think, then we start to think about that.
네 맞아요. 수수 제거하다 받아지. 그냥 그 봐주 썸는다. 그 이야 맞잖아. 그렇게를 안 하고.
So instead of thinking that I should not think like that, don't even care about that. Do what you're supposed to do. Think what you're supposed to think, and then leave alone with that thought, and then it will disappear by itself.
네. 제가 두 저는 검자나 가도 저도 뭐 책이 시도 나주 고도 가는 가도 요들 마치 고다로.
You should put into practice like that. Most of you have already learned. I mean, you have the intellectual knowledge now about Dharma, right? Most of you have already learned so much about Dharma.
그러나 나도 샘나 강인 저 걸으시라 방금도 가르치는 야나 삼들도.
But knowing that is not good enough when we are facing difficulties in our life. When we're having a problem in our life, we are not able to. That is not able to solve our problem. We still keep thinking, oh, what should I do to solve this problem? What should I do? That study that you have done doesn't help much.
At times, I could research one time now. Only on that to that. 제가 제가 근데 오늘 남중아도 남주 수주 진대네 아무래도 딱딱이 내보이 제도 땜보이 제도 매우 따라와 이게 지겠지 뭐게 지겠지.
We have learned to train our mind to think in certain ways. So this is good, this is bad. And we know we're supposed to think in this way. We know we're not supposed to think that. We know that, but we don't do that. And because of that, when the problem comes, then we start thinking, oh, maybe I should reset. Oh, my goodness. There's an instruction that you are supposed to follow, which you have learned, but you don't do that. That's why you're not habituated with that. And then instead you go and do some mantras to solve that problem.
어찌 대도 저는 검자다 되네 믹스가 있구나. 샤지고 센터에 검토하나. 검네 소소치 영화로 같은 다 디고만에 지그랑 대바 젠 대바 참았던데 연구했어요.
So instead of, it's not that saying that it's not good to do that. Of course you can do that. That's good too. But you have better to do, like meditating on bodhicitta. It's the best. If you can meditate on bodhicitta, most of the problems will be gone, and that can help yourself and help others.
제가 단대가 가도 건데 다시 아니 고 롬바 맞아. 고 롬바서 인지가 되는 것이. 내 정보를 미치게 가지고 송어도 왔다. 샤지고 쌤 고마이나다 텔레야지 뭐.
And so, like His Holiness, the Lama, who is the living Buddha, who always advises us to meditate on bodhicitta. He said, there's nothing better than meditating on bodhicitta to solve any kind of problem.
아전에 샤지고 쌤 거나 소소 좁아야 버리거나 샤지고 쌤 거는 좁아야 버라 그래서 뭐.
If you want to have a good friend, you should meditate on bodhicitta. If you meditate on bodhicitta, you will find a good friend.
가르치는 샤지고 쌤 거는 되게 좁아야 한다고 가리는 건 되더라.
We might think, how is that related to finding a good friend? Meditating on bodhicitta. How is meditating on bodhicitta related with finding a good friend?
아직은 쌤 거면은 아주 선배를 해요. 아주 미시가 야보처럼 미시가 야보면서 막 가그러와.
Like if you meditate on bodhicitta, then you become a nice person, good person, right? You have a very good natured person. You become a very good natured person. And if you are a good natured person, then people will like you, right? They all want to be friends with you.
미시카디나 게모라오 셔데 간지 도보이나 삼아 가기도 와야. 믿으래. 그러죠.
Someone who is always smiling and always helpful, thinking about others, then you want to be friends with that person, right?
가디나 콘로지냐 때진 말이와 콘로 사딩이는 나도 잘 가고는 갈래 미디어나 갈래 요도요.
But if you're somebody who always gets angry, who is always stressed, and then we don't want to be friends with them. Even if we see that person try to go in a different direction.
아니 자주 쌤거나 로 추운데 도에마다 조부 개가 말했어.
And it says, if you meditate on bodhicitta, you will not become younger, but you will not become old. He's always said that, really. Like,
I don't know the English they have translated or not. He said Tibetan. They said, "Hello, Lord, 같이 개면 너 그 남의 그 kitchen만 지금도 쌤 지 살아도 가기도 와서기도 와."
Yeah, we say you don't get old. It doesn't mean that you really get old. You will not look very old. You'll be always relating and looking young and like that. So, because in Buddhism, we all talk about impermanent, right? Momentary, changing, everything changing momentarily. And if you don't become old, then does that mean you don't change at all? So that contradicts with that, right? It's not like that.
이번에 나도 지나도다 미치 쌤나 강행에서 양아도 파다나야지. 로 배는 거 소소도 로치바이 바나야. 리더 쌤그 강행에는 미팅 족보 왔다와는 지게로와. 근데 지 레다 상을 강에 매에나 그 가디나 치바로 되다 이무도.
Like people, who don't have much stress in their life, and they're always thinking positive, and even though they're aging, but then their look doesn't look very old. And some people with so much stress and negative thoughts, even though they're not that old, not that aged, but they look older.
대창도 용도 창도 소소다다 미카.
Have you noticed that?
창도 남진 전다 치바 염난 소설도 치바 미카시. 그러나 치바 미카시 요카시 마도는 그건 저와도 좀 통도와.
Like your classmates, or same age people. Yeah. Some people you see like they're very happy. They look all the time. They're very young. And but some people, if you don't see them for like a couple of months or a year, then suddenly you see them, you see them very aged. Very different.
제가 그 리더 샘기지 강의요나 그 저와도다 샘발레 대등이다. 네 샘들 강의원이가 실로고 무부고 깨지기 찍바래 그 샘 강의거든 요번 지게다. 아니 샘발레가 갈린 지게 말고 너다 찍바 죄서를 놓고 딱딱 너다 찍바려고 되나. 실로 지금 좀 통해라. 지디만 또 그거 전통한테 그 리더 샘을 알겠다.
So even if there are two different people like that, one is always happy and the positive thoughts like bodhicitta and so forth, and and doesn't look that old. And then other person same age, but is always like short-tempered, angry, and stressed, and look very old. So they both are same in the nature, right? Being that they both are impermanent, they both are changing momentarily. But then one looks older and one looks not that old. That's because of the different kind of thought people are having.
제가 아니 동발아 예마에서 더 말이. 저도 타만 고가오라. 나도 배에는 고가오시나 개고 잡았다. 나는 고가오차던데.
So you will not get much wrinkles on your face. You will not get a gray hair. Westerners, you have it's not a gray hair, but you have a white hair, right? So it's like a blonde or light hair like that. And but in Tibetan, if you see that kind of hair, say, oh, you're old.
이쇼스나. 아주 그 소봉고 잡기나 다 개고 따르시.
When you lose the teeth and when you get a gray hair, that's the sign of old age.
제가 이게 더 커진 거라 솔직히 비슷한 거 자세다 게 따놓다.
Just he's having a lot of the old age sign. Without teeth recently, and now he's getting a lot of gray hair.
제가 아직까지 제가 때때내 때 장좀 저번에 때 영어도 샘도 빼라는 거. 제가 샘바 장식을 되잖아. 샘발을 자차 장이야다. 요게 말어.
It really depends on your thought, your mind, right? How you're thinking, how you're taking it. If you have a positive thoughts like bodhicitta, and you will not look aged.
나는 다잖아. 뒤치 못 잡거나 생겼음 공부를 했어.
His Holiness said, and also like that, if you want to be a rich person, you should meditate on bodhicitta.
내가 그랬다. 대문에 나중에 가는 거 있잖아. 장충 그 뒤치 못 잡나 그 뒤치 못 가르쳐 버렸어.
You might think, that also contradicts, with the Buddhist teaching. How is that related? Becoming rich.
제가 쇼진의 샹적을 삼고는 무대 손님 좀 잘고.
And because we think that, we in Buddhism it is said that when we get a wealth, that's because of our merit. When you meditate on bodhicitta, you get lots of merit.
쇼진의 딜리고 손님 거 소지만 손님들의 미사만한 게 들어도 뭐 손님 침보세대 고카리는 진리되는 용어.
And so when you have that lot of merit, then you get whatever you wish for. You wish for money, whatever you wish for will be fulfilled if you have enough merit.
아들 대충쇼를 다 지시다 이봐졌나? 무슨 말을 했나? 조보 조모야가라 그래. 소소 생발을 내가 들어오는데 대단데 뭐 야보치야자 그걸 내가 때 남도야고 그러.
And that's from the Dharma point of view. Even from the worldly point of view, if you are very an altruistic person with the positive thought, with the bodhicitta, then then your all your work will be fulfilled swiftly, successfully, and then whatever you're doing, the business or whatever, that will become successful. So you will be able to earn money and so forth easily.
제자 너도 간지 등소를 뗀데 채워야 돼. 등소 손님 세대 빼는 거 전부래. 손님 사세.
And so this is that makes a big difference. So accumulating merit is very important.
단다 정하던데 머리가 소소 손님 도도 기대다.
Each of you have, of course, an abundance of merit.
아데 손님 강가 도도 냠도 쇼칭 도면에 슈티 채로.
So if you combine all the abundance of the merit from each of you, then that becomes even more powerful.
이상이 장도 dom러시나 나 직동급적 급주로 아니 자갈레가 갑라야 세라도 세라도 춘주 도엔 텐제게 전에 빼 저를.
So like when Geshe first came to India in 1990, the monastery was very in a poor condition, like world-wise, or very poor condition.
나 팅헬라도 다 텔레주어로 당가 급주도 원래 단다 주어를.
And before that, before 1990, there was even a poor situation.
캄보 주주들이 지금 나라 양가 도름들이잖아. 다 잡아 주되냐면 되냐고. 예산으로이나.
Yeah, so the small room, 12 by 12 in a room, and there were like 5-6 months living in one room like that.
아니 둘러도 니던가 내 주잖아. 안 내면 좋아요 말든. 저 땅가 셔마 그래요 말.
And they have only one pair, of clothing. So if you wash, the outer clothes, and you have only the singlet, the under and the under
아 간지.
clothes.
이제 냠도 줘요 말.
Can't wash both of them together.
어차피 대답을 다 되나 다 칼라로 해놨잖아. 아주 개개 이게 칼라도 미식 냠 싸워. 난데 미치가 칼라도 미식 고기 원 싸워.
And then also that's the clothes, and then food also like very scarce. And one person's food was divided for 4 people.
당당히 근데 지제를 배다 나 저도 심이가 뒤 칼라도 사고 많이 가지 칼라 드레스 도체나.
And then the taste, the food is not good also. Even the dogs and cats of the United States would not want to eat.
네 연바이나 안티가라 당 배는 자기 빼뭐 님마 relaya 파지 눈치 야쳐 something gather language pen.
And during that time, there were many monks escaping from Tibet. They're escaping from Tibet and coming to India. And of course, they go to the monasteries like Sera and so forth.
아니 티가 당 나도 경에 좀 something 그 가시게 셈이 담도 자와 먹을 딱 전에 나도 먹어 봤지. 아니 초변 등기 대사 강의 준비해서 막 당도 자원 양면에서 이렇게 좀.
And so it came to to the point where the teachers didn't want to have any more monks because it was very difficult, with the livelihood, food, clothing, and the shelter and so forth. So they came to the point where they said, we're not going to admit any more monks.
아니 그게 이제 말처럼 셈리치야 말에 자와를나 코로나스 손으로 이렇게 그랬어.
And the older, more senior teachers, they say, you don't have to worry about that. Whenever they come with their merit. So each monk, when they come, they will come with their merit.
아니 자와자나 자와자가 아니 손을 잡힌 게 아니고 애들 특히 그런 토를 진행되고 그랬어.
There are 100 monks, they will bring 100 merits, and so each monk will bring their own merit. So they will be all set, all right with their own merit to have their food, their share of food, clothing, shelter, and so forth.
애들 다저 단대감으로 하나다 시리라고 차대 다 메리안 레벨에 그래서 레벨 션 레벨에 market doesn't get only married here.
That was the situation during that time. But now, if you go there, it's like a city by itself. Very good situation. The conditions are very good, and they have better, food, clothing, shelter, and so forth. And so Jennifer has been to Depu, and Rin has been to Sera, and Sean has been. So you have seen that, right? It's like a city, very, very developed.
그래서 셀라기 전에 인바이나 대사기 전에는 다 이제 뺀도 보여.
Very good facilities in terms of food, in terms of place to live.
소용아 쇼치디 그 로마서 프롬지 가든 투데려.
Of course, the merit is one thing, but then you need a condition also, right? So, and a condition, one of the biggest condition was Lama Zopa Rinpoche.
로마서 프롬지. 나 넘어가서 내려와. 나왔지나 칼라 테마치 땅 그래. 당가서 무대를 딱 가지. 칼라도 나서.
So, with Lama Zopa Rinpoche is the food fund for the Sera monastery, Sera monks. And before, at the beginning, of course, Rinpoche can't afford to give every day. So he offers food to all the monks once a month. And then the other days they don't get so good, so enough for good food. So then that day they get very good food, so they're all waiting for that day. Then after that, then it becomes a little better, more money for the fund, right? And of course, the merit also comes with that. And then they start to offer once a week instead of once a month. Now there's once a week, so every Wednesday food. And after that, then it becomes daily. All 3 meals every day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so, and of course, there's big contribution, from the APMT. Even if you haven't been there, yourself, but you have supported through giving donations and also sponsoring like monks and so forth like that. That way you have contributed, and now because of that, they have good food, good place to live, and so forth. And so what I'm trying to say is that it's all because of the merit. If you have a merit and conditions come together, then you will have all these things, coming out very good. And so, if you have a merit, so for all the things to be good, and to be rich, and to have all the good facilities around to enjoy, you have to have enough good amount of merit. And the best way to create a big amount of merit is meditating on bodhicitta. And so now if you meditate on bodhicitta, you'll have a good health, you'll be happy, you'll have a good friend, you'll have good wealth, plenty of wealth. Anything else you need?
That means I don't need to go walk.
Like I said, condition. You need a condition. You have a cause and condition. You need a condition also. Of course, if you need to walk, you need to walk. If you just sit like that and say, of course, it will not happen. When you have meditated on bodhicitta, and then you create merit with that, and then you also provide the condition that work, and then that way you have. So just thinking about bodhicitta, even if you don't have the actual realization of bodhicitta, that 24/7 all the time in your mind, even if you don't have that, but just thinking about it once in a while, occasionally, or just having some understanding about bodhicitta, very helpful. What do you think? Will you be interested in general bodhicitta? What is the biggest obstacle in generating bodhicitta? What are we studying now? Anger. Meditating bodhicitta itself also needs some merit, lots of merit. Don't have enough merit, then you won't be able to generate bodhicitta. And so what destroys the merit easily is the anger, right? So you say it's in one moment of anger can destroy the merits accumulated over thousands of years. Depending on who you get angry towards. It depends on that also. So therefore we should try not to get angry, and to do that, practice or meditate on patience. And so of course, whatever you can do, whatever time you can spend to do the practice will be very good. Of course, you have to go to work, because you have to get the money to pay your bills, all these things. So beside that, whatever time you can find to do the practice will be very good.
남도 지나서 제단데 지진은 손은 마사요. 그래서는 바로 첫째 녀로 와. 여와제. 가리지는 다 뒷발레가 너무 최고로 와.
You actually sometimes your way of doing life might be creating more merit because you have less opportunity to do the practice because of all the things that you have been doing in your life, other things that you're doing in your life. It is more difficult to spend the time to do the practice, and then you're making that time to do the practice, so it becomes even more powerful.
얘가 내가도 사냥마도 영화에나 강가 다리보다 대열에 남걸라네 라프요레 쇼케 야랑고레 근데 다 좀나도 코트도 야랑면 되죠.
So like when you come to the teaching here at the center on Sunday, you drive from some of you drive from very far away, or drive like that. And of course you're putting on all those hardships, coming to the center and accumulating merit. That way, even you create more merit. So if you just come on the Zoom, then you're just there. And you just get up from your bed. And you can,
I just kidding, okay, you guys. 이런 건데, 나 가지 좀내는데, 너도 저도 가지 손은 거 속사. 제가 손은 거 초스는 노지는 거 싸요.
Of course, coming on the Zoom itself, it's also very good. You create a lot of merit too.
나도 나빌라 계획을 가리셔봤는 띄고서는 속사를 했어.
So whatever virtuous action you get into will accumulate merit.
And then 계획을 action 가리쳐봤는 띄겠다 가르고 손은 세도 그랬어.
And whatever non-virtuous actions that you engage in will destroy your merit.
Okay, 다 되지. 다 나도 마치 동이다. I'm almost gap. What page? What verses? Yeah, like 61.
Yes. I think we stopped at 16.
Yeah. 아주도 왜냐면 독신에 아니 독실에니 레섬 진행을 하셨더라고.
Okay, let's all read together. Verse 60, 61, 62, and 63. Surely material wealth will enable me to live, and then I shall be able to consume transgressions and do good. But if I am angry, on account of my merit be consumed and transgressions increase. What use will be the life of one who only commits wrongdoing for the sake of material gain? One causes the merits needed for life degenerate. And surely I should be angry with those who say unpleasant things that weaken other beings' confidence in me. In the same way, why am I not angry with the people who say unpleasant things about others? If I can patiently accept this lack of confidence because it is related to someone else, and why am I not patient with unpleasant words about myself if they are related to the rising of disturbing conceptions?
다들 그래서 나 같은 년배 손자나 디세 손님 여러시나 가지 아니 대말다 소소라지 담당 년다다 년받는데 두백이 채더 네 콘로스나 개요 말해서 나 대말에 사와이나 밑에 콘로도 밤 야, 디바디 톱시단데 거나 봐. 샤초래 되는 걸 나와이나스.
So you might think that it is okay, to get angry, for the sake of my name and fame and so forth, and even if I accumulate, even if I create negativities through getting angry for their sake, I can purify them later.
제가 아니 텔라와이나 어장틀레시아 말에 이미부터는 저리나 손은 비즈면이라 그런 거 이미는 저런 거 가지 손 최선 세도 그래서 바로 그뒤는 코로지냐 사대와이나 아니 손은 세도 맞어 아니 디바도 샤이가 고급잖아요 라고 말해서 손은 비즈면이라 손은 디바 sometimes said this.
And so it's saying that even so if you think like that, if you think it is okay to get angry for the sake of material wealth and so forth, name and fame and so forth, then then still it says it's not okay, because when you get angry and you think because it's okay because you can purify that later, right? So it says it's not okay because whenever you get angry for any kind of reason, then you transgress. The transgressions increase. Your negativities keep on increasing. So then you don't get a chance to purify them because it's keep increasing.
As a control the sonum sayagi and nuclear weapon.
So the anger is like a nuclear weapon to destroy the merit. When you get angry, we can't be relaxed or peace or happy, right?
내가 아니 가르나 공로데 톱침부 쇼인다 아니 저랑기 아직 톱시기 돈이 네바사이고 그거라고 말해 손 참 세도 그래서.
Well, in order to do the purification practice, you need to have a merit also to do that, right? And because you have become angry and consumed all your merits, therefore you have no merit left to do the four opponent practices.
제자 아니 관계 돈도 다서나 대냐 가대 냠잖아. 네 대반바시 셰바나 손바다 지시샤스. 아들이 쇼로가 두시라시데 소소 가리 가리 돈도 소소까지 손보지 내가 요래. 해 대화대 아니 소소가 쏘는 거 소소가 가 저거 냠도에 와이나. 아니 대반바시 제와이나. 땅가 손바다 가리지가 내는 팬도 못 좋아서.
And so if you're spending all this time in your life, to doing the wrong things, becoming angry, and consuming the merit and committing more negative karma, then just in verse 61 says, what is the use of the life? What's the use of life? You just spend your life doing that.
어쨌든 다 내가 주족해야 돼. 아 주의치는 캠에는 가도 되는데 남들라 앞에 자산도는 자식 같이 급축 고거도 차 고디까지 나주 캠에는 이제 공도 같이 그러는데 남들라도 다 주쇼라는 계시거든.
This we're talking about the Dharma practitioner, right? So from the Dharma point of view, the Buddhist and the Buddhist point of view. But then like there are like maybe 90% of people in the world are not thinking about Dharma. Right? So what about them then?
제다다데 주쇼라는 이렇게 와서나 아니 만주 거지 선은 거 초야 보지 싸마다 선은 강샤버는 맨저와는 가 손보지 되는 가르치는 거지.
So from the Dharma point of view, if we don't practice Dharma, what's the point of living life? So this is what says, what use will be the life? If you don't practice Dharma, if you don't accumulate merit, and you only create negative karma, then what is the use of the life?
근데 준주래가 당번에가 도모 당번을 요래 가로. 아텐들라 펜만 말하는 신앙의 저와 가라니까. 근데 센델라지. 요 심마나 펜백이 주의 말하는 저와 심마가서 가와찡아도 신경 말아 와서.
Just like in one of the verses, I think in the first chapter, if you don't accumulate merit or engage in Dharma in this life, then how confident you will be, that you'll be able to do that in the future life. Because in the future life, you don't know where you're going to be born. Right? You don't know. You're not sure if you're going to be born as a human being or not. If you're not born there as a human being, then you will not be able to do practice. Even if you are born as a human being, maybe you might be born in a place where there's no Dharma at all, or among the people who doesn't believe in Dharma at all. Or maybe be born as an animal like a dog, cat, horse, and so forth. In this country, if you are born as a dog, cats, and horse, you don't have to walk so much. You can eat and live.
You don't have to worry too much, right? Stand in 주저되잖아. 콘도 인바나 간지 많이 찍 다나 손음 사글라나 콘도 많이 찍 팬데까지 고급 추조는 고속 내시 자사요 말아 잡시 말아.
But from the Dharma point of view, even if you have a very good life, as a dog or a cat, horse, but from the Dharma point of view, if you tell them to recite one mantra, one time, just one mantra, only one time in your life, you're not able to do that, right? So from Dharma point of view, there's no use of such life.
만나 담배 시우지야. which word which bird? You can say. 아래. which 오만 배모. 내가 오만 배모. 이 손님사에 대리 콜랍시게 되네요. 반드시 잡나 된다든지 꼭 말아.
Yeah, you can repeat like that, the sound, just the sound, you can repeat the sound, but if you were to explain the meaning, they will not be able to understand.
아니 semje chare pena ya mili chaad nesa khajale pena chendawo ina pena tuzitre ngado mihamu ko khuda ko do no ya yo de na ya ta chujo na china ya ndri jata de yomara.
From the Dharma point of view, of course, their life will not be very precious life, right? Like a meaningful life, but in some kind of in some abilities they have more ability than human beings, like the dogs can sniff drugs and so forth that human beings can't do. So we have to rely on them to see if people are carrying such kind of things or not.
얘도 얘네가 다 렌제가 나도 렌제 판티시잖아. 같이 땅가도 밑에 약쇼레스 담면데 아와진 저와신 밀리티 사치 뭐 쇼레 아주 디바자자 체나다 체나 아쿠슬라 굿바이 나 약쇼레스.
And so from the Dharma point of view, the human being's life is the best, to do the practice of Dharma, and especially the human life, with the 8 pleasures and 10 endowments, and it's the best, it's very precious, and make the life very meaningful. And so, and after having all that kind of life, if you don't spend practicing Dharma and just commit wrongdoings and not creating merit, then it's better to say goodbye to this life and go visit.
Just kidding. You don't want to go. You need to live very, very, very long life, right? 제가 주셔 있는데 간다 담세 동세 제가 셀 고사를 쳔바치 아니 셀 말려지 아니 제마 키워지 말이야. 그래서 일단 남는다 배터리 그러와.
And so this is from the Dharma point of view. So if, from Dharma point of view, it's like saying if you don't practice Dharma and after being born as a human being, especially with and all the facility to practice Dharma, then it's like going to a place to fetch a gold, and instead you just fetch a bag of sand.
And check it out. Mother please set na set chema oxposten the market chema killing make a middle new kuba short check lagroa.
If there is a bag of gold and bag of sands, and then it says, oh, you can just come and take whatever you want. And if instead of taking the gold, if you take a sand, what will people say? Such a stupid, right? These kind of examples are given in the London teaching. And so saying that what kind of life we have now as a human being, with the 8 pleasures and 10 endowments, we should not waste even for a second, and should put every second of its time in Dharma practice. And so then you might think, oh, from tomorrow I'm going to spend every second of my life to practice Dharma. And then the next week maybe you lose interest again.
Tseten namjunga wa chana to rubber naji zam ma shawachi ani karu kadu na yang tikana just tang ana ngam to yong mare.
So like don't like overdo it at one point and then just don't do it at another point. Like don't do that, just keep on doing it little by little every day.
Like that. What is that? Ta sholoka chusheni de kalamna. 얼마 나도 zoba pe gongoyo 나도 pe 야보인다 얘나야 네 미시마 갈 컨트롤하나 미시마 갈 강에서 갈 방향을 잡고 와서 주셔나시 안 된다고 싶어도 같이 샘신 가로 같이 샘신 냠셰페 매니마와 트로셔나스 아니 젤라 매니 조바간트로 텔레치시 제대로 와서 다도 저도 배는 담보디 나도 샤죠 선배 나도 저거 검토인데 있나야 밑에서 날 컨트롤 사바이나 아니 나를 그냥 좀 막게 차로 그래서 근데 나야 저 가지네 미 쟁기 쟁이야 코로랑 초텔 가지 코로 사면서 초대서도 와서 아 근데 아 다시도 당겼다.
Then in the verse 62, he's saying that I should be angry with those who say unpleasant things that weakens others' confidence in me. If they say something back to me, I can get angry because that will make other people lose confidence in me or lose their respect towards me, like that. And then it says that in that case, in the same way, why am I not angry with the people who say unpleasant things about others? Same oneself and others, right? Just like you get angry when somebody says bad things about you, then why don't you get angry when someone says bad things about others?
그래서 다들 당신도 당겨 그 바다지 그런데 난 내리지나 가지 지금 요새
This is like a debate, a question, So if you think like that, then why don't they think like that also?
나당이 야보이 되네요. 미가 누가라나 근데 믿어서 아직 나를 때 대화 양도 어때 주셔지. 나 대화만 거지. 내가 말 질라나 내 두고가 말 막게 차로 그래서 어떻게로 있나? 이제 나 공부 사기 요새 있나?
So like if I'm very good and I'm practicing patience, but if somebody says bad thing to me, then I can get angry. If I don't, then other people who respect me, who have faith in me, will lose their faith, will lose their respect towards me.
어떻게 대처들에 나는 그냥 미국 주거잖아. 군이라 가는지도 고로 사려면 군이 고르잖아요. 군이라 파티 대화 찍게 되면 막아 차로 그러와서.
And then if it's, so this is again from Dharma point of view, right? So in ordinary, the worldly life doesn't make sense. But from Dharma point of view, then why don't you get angry towards those who are like fighting with each other? Because they also will lose the respect and faith from other people.
어떤 루치네. 제들이가 뭐 제가 준비에다 다 가리고 보는데 아무도 저바테 공부, 저바 공다 야수가는 같이 미치고 수술하지. 빈도도 어떤 시험이나야. 아 지금 내내 파악하고 수술 세매야. 수술이 경험하면서 사실은 이 선배나 수술 공부마서 배그래.
And so this is from the Dharma point of view. So he's saying that even if somebody says bad things, like criticizes you and so forth, even if you're not, at that time you haven't done anything bad, anything wrong, but they say, oh, you did this wrong, that wrong, then you should not get angry. From Dharma point of view, you should not get angry, even that is going to lose faith in other people towards you. You should not get angry. So what you can think is, oh, this is maybe even though I'm very good now, I'm practicing patient, I'm good now, but maybe I must have created such kind of negative karma in my previous life. This is the result of that karma. Like that. If you think like that, then you will not get angry towards that person.
제가 사진 주면 눈 소리를 미신병이 님에 아니 등에 좁아대 이 조금 복업 약속 이상고 그래서.
And instead, you can think that this is the best opportunity to practice patience when somebody criticizing you, defaming.
나도 셈나 삼지. 야 실로니 야 가져올 소속지. 네가 망고 탑 채우러 와야 돼요. 저 권어야 말다.
But this is again, you should not have a misunderstanding about this. Of course, in the mind you think like that, but from outside, you should do something, to prevent that.
야 소속 네배가 네바 보내 앞에서 그러.
In other words, you get more criticism on that.
제가 아는 간도 나중에 제타신나 답되고 쉬우제. 제가 마시나 양 뺑 고녀서 쉬우요.
You can clarify that without getting angry. So nicely say like that. You don't have to get angry. So so you can do like that. That way you don't get angry, and you can still clear the accusation on you and like that. So if you know how to practice Dharma, then you can practice very easily.
아데 라바는 다 쇼로가 투처에 숨기 아니 당보들 마테 전라 라레 대바미 봐 제소시나 말이 미신박 마테보다 무대 갈라 나와요 말어 그 미신백이 아니 제가 제전라 라레가 와스 파트바트와이나.
And then in the verse 63 it says, anyway, other person's confidence or faith in me, it doesn't depend on me. it depends on the other person and many other conditions.
Adi Paja, Asian Bena Cham, Embody Bena, Teva Mepa Che Zonas, Ta Mi Shembegi, Shembal Bani Korodol and Tuba Jana, Janam Magas Mitela, Michikum, Yabo Machevana, with the Gawach the dead was. You tell us what to do was.
And Mr. Go Major,
No, Susu Magas Mitela, Michi Junjoina, to tell her Kajas of the dead was.
and so,
Zonas, to tell us what the child was.
but you're able to, able to be patient, with someone else. Right? If somebody else, like third person, criticizes about the second person that then you can be patient with that. Why can't you be patient with yourself?
And Imana Cherala meaning Manyabajo, Kajin is automate. There, Minyamba Mawate, Mipachu, numerous was.
So why can't you, why can't you be patient with the unpleasant word from this person? Because that unpleasant word, is not only really from that person; it's coming from his disturbing thoughts.
It has been a thick and the Indian Kariman. Mate, Jala Rale Pasati, Tabamela Chesney, dig Todos. Rawati Mate, Mela Chesna Asadi, Etawachi Temari, and the Matebada Jala Rale, Esena, Editology. That they are Tita minimum
They knew they had the other.
pushing.
Should they need it?
Yeah.
What
What they told
they
me.
assumed
The land of Chi, the Passenger Dovado, Kajinazo Pat, Jordan.
So in the same way, why am I not angry with the people who say unpleasant things about others, right? If I can patiently accept the lack of confidence, because it is related to someone else, and this is I like a 62 is like a caution, and the 63 like again counter that caution, right? Then why am I not unpleasant with the unpleasant answer when I'm not patient with the unpleasant word about myself, so they are related to arising of disturbing conception.
Then do not dinner at the new Mochila Raleigh, they said, oh, social language in the Tanije. Koraya Mishimombe Wangare, and Zova Gomtawayana. And this was a new model that Chondo.
That's why it says it related to the rising of disturbing conception. So this is if you think that this person is saying bad things because of disturbing conceptions, because of the rising of disturbing conception in people's mind. And if you think like that, then your anger will subside. Even if you don't completely stop it, but at least it will become less.
제가 그 콘도데 단 간지 전주 레벨 두 바디 코로 짜지 한강송거다 콘도데스 소라사고 콘도 요카레레샤 간지사 매와 간지 어떻게 하냐래.
So this verse, this chapter 6 is all about how the anger rises, how we become angry, and who do we become angry, and how does anger bring all this unpleasantness and so forth, and how do we practice patience?
그래서 이제 만두티가 왕기 콘도지 사다나 니천에 매워치 소도 못와.
And again, because of our self-grasping ignorance. So once we become angry, then it's very difficult to control it, right? Very difficult to not have anger.
제가 그디 안도 매워서 답이 야송라고 가려서나 어다 소소 옛날에 용모를 잡았지. 내 파쇼와니 용모를 잡았지. 근데 그 용모를 파지 두사라나 용모도 총을 팽겨서.
And so in this kind of situation, the best way to, the easiest way to minimize the anger is by blaming to the disturbing conceptions. So mine, just like I'm, under the control of my delusions, my disturbing conceptions, other people are also under the control of their disturbing conceptions. And it's because of their disturbing conception that they are acting or saying in that way. And so therefore, it's not really them, it's their disturbance. If you blame onto something else, then your anger towards them will be less.
애다 단데 샹집 샘기 앞에서 따따차리 콘도 사오티게 로보게 로요레 로보가 라 로레 아니 벤조에나 매 로요레 안 로시게 오다 제시전에 강가도 말와. So
this is completely opposite from bodhicitta, the anger. So if you have an anger, then you will become old quicker. You will lose strength, you will lose your wealth. It's possible, right?
지레대보다 가서 같이 조법하디 이해로다 그냥 호로로와.
And separated from your loved ones or friends, right? So it's anger, right? What separates you from your loved ones or anger, when friends, is anger, right?
나도 메디테이션에 그 자리로다 콘도서 제가 세당 때문에 득밤에 있어야 돼. 어떤 일이서 와.
And so, unwillingly, even if you don't want it, you still become separated from your loved ones and from your friends because of the anger. So that's why it says there's no negativities like anger or hatred.
Okay, then don't think all. You should have to be a very angry person. That's not. I think this is you have a chapter where we talk about that. Then we have to go there. Not just you guys. We all have angry. This is how dangerous the anger. It's very difficult for all of us to control that. But we tone
So do you see the wrongdoing as a wrongdoing? And do you promise not to engage in such kind of wrongdoing? There's a prayer like that, in the confession prayers. So this is really important, to see the wrongdoing as a wrongdoing.
Okay, I'm not saying you got to be good. We do wrong doing that, but we all controlled by the wrong friend. Who's the wrong friend? And then angry, and also it's a sub-grasping. Okay, any questions? Yes.
So you're talking about wrongdoing of friend and being, not being in control or being patient with the anger that arises as but still being able to see the wrongdoing as such.
통과의 개념 그래서 그랬어. 난 뜻은 아버지가 소설을 독자처럼 내가 통과이나요. 내가 받으러 건너 마사지. 내가 다들 써보고 내가 건너 때 내가 받은 게 버렸을 때 하고 그랬어.
이만 네 받을 때는 수수 공로사들 예바에 하고 지고 내가 다 공로는 야고 못도 이 셴발 저기 잡으러 수수 공로도 야고 못도 하고 지 다 공로 정도로 하면 돼 삼고.
So when we're talking about the wrongdoing here, so saying that you should see the wrongdoing as wrongdoing means your wrongdoing. So yeah, like your anger, your anger is your wrongdoing. So you say, oh, the anger is a bad thing. I should not get angry. So when you see the anger as a wrongdoing or anger as a bad thing, then you will not get angry. It's not talking about somebody else's, wrongdoing or bad things that they do.
Yes. Well, I think I'm thinking about what Bob brought up time ago, and that is that sometimes you think you're being patient with someone, you kind of squash your anger, and what happens is much later you realize you've really just been stashing that anger away with that person because later it comes out.
Quando dentro messa dalla quando sadra, quando massage da mici da soba con bace. Soba quando quando soba ma con bace tena jela yang quando e yo da cha da dos.
돼요. 제대로 나도 사만 연모시 같이 돼요.
Yeah, that's possible because we're all under the control of delusions, right? So even if we try right now, to be patient, but it's possible that it can rise later.
제가 나도 되는 요 빠트면서 계속 그나 양 못 깨고 때문에 못 깨고.
Because we have not overcome the delusions. Even though we try to practice patience for some time now, but doesn't mean that we'll be patient all the time. So we haven't had the realization yet. And we haven't overcome all the delusions. So there's a lot of chances for the delusions to arise.
네 대답 속을 다 코로나는 약보시면 되고 다 코로나 약보면 되고 수술 때까지나 그러니까 아와드 제와이나 네 수술 때 팽그리.
So just thinking that getting angry is not good, getting angry is not good. If you just bring up this awareness of thinking that the awareness of the anger not being good, have that awareness, that will help.
네 봐줘 가르치네 돼 나도 컨트롤 제도가 많이 왔어.
So whatever other people do, whatever wrongdoings the other people do, we can't control that.
나도 소중하게 당가 코로나 야오면 돼. 또 도시나 야오면 돼. 삼나. 아니 소소소 다보지 해평으로.
But from your side, if you say, oh, it's not good to get angry, it's not good. And if you keep thinking like that, meditating on that, like that, then that will help not get angry. And of course, you have to think of all the reasons why anger is not good. And that will be more solid in your mind. Otherwise, just not angry, not good enough, not good to be angry, not good enough. Have that confidence in you.
I don't know. 코로나 나 집으면 돼. 나 집고 거다. 코로나 나 집으면 돼. 세워 집으면 돼. 되게 그래서 다른 거.
Why is anger not good? Why is anger not good? So you keep saying anger is not good, anger is not good, right? Then you have to understand the reason why anger. And we talked about that, right? If you have anger, you will have no friends, you will have no wealth, you will get old, good. Then so therefore I should not have anger.
This is a very high level practice. Very high level practice. For us, regular people, it's like us, it's very difficult to do that. On the one hand, because for us, we are very strong. We call our own view, our own idea. We think for us to, be controlled by the ignorant. Therefore, whenever we get the merit, then we got more merit, then we have less ignorant. And one day we become enlightened. We become a Buddha. Okay, any other questions? Yes.
The three types of patience, are they different levels of subtlety?
So what's on the other?
네. 그 말이 나 좋았으면 이거가 그래. 이걸 때 이거. 차라리 이거 이거.
No difference in the subtlety. It's difference in terms of the object. In terms of the object, towards whom you have to practice patience.
Yes.
When you say to meditate on bodhicitta, what and how should we visualize that?
나 대지 가다가 나그 셔서 집에는 놀아편서 사진도 수수고 비 링아 여성고 비 주인에서 내가 같이 와대 제 sem절에 팬백이 치대 있는 sem절 들으시 가진의 sem절 상황하는 제 대화지 누가만 더 치토데 대인자 같이 와대 sem절에 제가 팬백이 치대 있는 들으라고 삼나 begin to 들으라고 제가.
So just like in the prayer that we did earlier in our refuge and bodhicitta prayer, the last two lines, through merit from giving and the rest, to add all, may I become a Buddha. So mainly it's the wish, to become a Buddha, and the reason why you want to become Buddha is to benefit others. So to have that thought, whatever I do, and I'm doing it, to benefit others. If you think like that, for beginners, you can just think like that. So anything I do, I want to do it for the benefit of others.
대내 변화 상처부터 거라 변화 쉬줄래가 담보는 상처부터 배. 니바의 상처부터 대화라 내가 가르치고 숨바의 상처부터 소리 깨닫는 시행이래.
And so for the beginners, it is mainly is the thought, to benefit others. I want to benefit others, just like I don't want to have any sufferings. Others don't like any sufferings. Just like I want to be happy, others want to be happy. Or so just like I want to be happy for myself, I want others to be happy. And so having that thought, for others to be happy, to help others like that. So that's the main thought. So that's what you have to have. I'm going to, I want to help others. I want others to be free from suffering like that. You can just think like that for the beginners. But of course, there's more, and then there's the whole text on this Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life. The first chapter talks about the benefits of bodhicitta, and the second, what you need to generate bodhicitta, and then third, like what do you have to overcome generate bodhicitta, and so forth. So you can study all that in detail.
Okay, I think you stop now, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Please turn to page 39 of the Kurukulla Center prayer book for Thanksgiving not law. No something patron may sasuki, rolling himself after me. Some Kaba's final Lama prayer. From my two collections, vast speaks that I have amassed from practice greatly. May I become the chief leading for all those whose minds wisdom I is life. May I find the best of complete great path of teachings, and may I please all Buddhists by faculty, using skillful means, strong force of compassion. Points path as I have discerned. I uphold his teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great passion in whatever direction his teachings have not been spread, or once spread in my mind. May I reveal this treasure of happiness to me, the minds of those who wish for liberation. Yeah. Buddhist teaching nourished for a long time. The wondrous virtuous conduct of Buddhist all human beings who would mercy that make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths, never regarded any of their lives from the purest path faced by Buddhists. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold behind our virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread from there. In that snow mountain, circle land, so sorry. God, remaining like even the Snowline teachings and explanatory beings, who extensively clarifies the fact that identifies emptiness and compassion. The focus of the hand, Lord, cleansing counsel, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be fulfilled. Page 49, the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduers of our way, serve all sustain, preserving, spreading doctrine, which doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers, honoring angels, saving myself and others, your disciples, please, here to always meet with perfect teachers. Your form of that is all nature is that in short, I seek your blessings on protector and blood. Keep me throughout all my lives. Blessed to keep disciple, holding every secret of the body, speech, and mind. Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me. Foremost among your very first disciples, wherever you manifest. All I other ambitious without exception, effortlessly and spontaneously. I enjoy the magnificent Brahma. And completing the qualities of the stages of paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, like that with life, may I pleasing him in return and be forever fostered by an accomplished son and a spiritual master, the source of any virtue in this world and beyond. His care by fire and give a firm unshakable faith, easy by having much possible. And my spiritual master imparted to me and my instruction to be teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, and I practice them to be able to bring them to perfection. And I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life, deep cause and effect pronunciation of the mind and pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, every virtue decided gathered by way of body, speech, and mind, conscious solely for the welfare of others, and for the purest and highest of life. Page 57, the prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly and be they siege and every And just where unblinded and where forever but peace. 75, same off. It's
Okay, thank you, everyone.
We have some announcements.
I'll just mention that this week on Tuesday at 7 we have Tara Puja, and then Geshe is beginning a new teaching on Wednesday night, the 9-week teaching on the 9 mental states for achieving calm abiding, and then on Thursday night at 7 there's Guru Puja.
I'm gonna make 2 other quick announcements. I'll be sending later today the Puja spreadsheet. Sponsors of Puja or help the calm set up. The spreadsheet will go out this evening. Also, reason the season is called fall is because all the leaves are falling in the yard. That's why. So if you would like, we best cheers. I'll have some days. It's easier if you send me an email. If you'd be interested in helping us with the leaves, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
All righty.
No,
I'll try to be quick. Am I close enough so that some people can hear me? Yes.
yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, good enough. Let me know.
This is our microphone.
Okay, great. So, I think I know most everybody, a couple of people I haven't seen before. Sean Gonzalez, Center Director, that's enough. Most important thing that I have to say is I need to shut this up. Okay. Geshe, thank you. That's the most important thing that I have to say. Thank you. Damshala, thank you so much. All of you, thank you so much. So, it is an amazing thing that we can come together. Amazing thing that we can come together after such a long time, specifically to have a potluck, and only because you had the idea, okay? It comes from you. Everything that happens here, you are the cause and the condition for that to happen. And most importantly, we have a teacher, right? How many centers, projects, and initiatives do you think that the FPMT, the Foundation for the Preservation of the Mahayana Tradition that we're part of, do you think there are in the world? Do you have an idea? .235. Okay, how many countries? 36. In the United States, we've got 27. Out of those 27, how many do you think have a resident teacher? Any guesses? About half? 9. How many of those 9 are Geshes? 6. When we talk about having a precious jewel at Kurukulla Center, we mean it very literally. We're so fortunate.
Thank you.
So rare. So incredibly rare. Okay. I know for us, it's very customary that we're accustomed. Geshe's here. We're always here. Geshe's here. Okay. So that's just normal. We go to the center. That's Geshe's over there. Okay. Very rare. It's extraordinarily rare. And a time when the world has so many challenges, how incredible to have a teacher, right? This is very precious. Geshe, past year and a half, has gone through a lot. Things that I don't know I could possibly go through. I don't know about the rest of you, but quite the challenges, right? As a center, we've gone through quite a bit. I haven't been very visible. You've been doing most of the work. And these things wouldn't be happening if it weren't because of you. So thank you. Thank you for keeping things going. I've been doing other things and make sure that we have a center. So there are some important things that need to be done, and I do those. So we all do our piece. Yeah? And as we do our piece, and as things calming down, Geshe's feeling better. Thank you, thank you. Please, Geshe, live long and healthy without problems. Please, please, please. And we have the wonderful support of Damsula. Thank you, without whom Geshe talks and we just go like, huh? So thank you so much. And everybody else, who gets things done. And we need more. We always need help. Okay. When I start focusing on some of the things that we need done, there's so many things that need attention and need some TLC. And I assure you, I can't do it on my own. Okay, I've got plenty. So if anything that you want to do, at Kurukulla Center, you can help, please let us know. Okay. Michelle is our volunteer coordinator. We wouldn't have a potluck today if you weren't coordinating things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. She needs support, like she just said, it's like the leaves. Okay? I'm outside, I'm driving in, and I'm going like, oh my God, winter season, snow. Snow is always, every year, quite a drama. So I'm, before coming in, I'm on Thumbtack going like, okay, I need a job to quote so I can figure out how to do the snow, right? Okay. But there's so many things that need to be done. I wouldn't be a director if I didn't say, we need your financial support, always do. Thank you so much. And you make it happen. It only happens because of you and because of volunteers. I want to be explicitly clear. We have no employees. We never have. We're not going to. Can't afford them. But we need help. Okay. So if you have anything in mind that you think you can help, please let me know. Okay. We need to help Michelle now and somehow. Do you have any questions for me? I never give opportunity. Or anything on your mind pressing you'd like to know at the center? You already know everything about the center. Of course you do. You come here more often than I do. You know everything already. You don't need me. Okay, good. So I don't want to keep us. We have a wonderful, wonderful thing to happen. For those of you who haven't been around for potlucks, the first thing that we do is we ask Geshe to please bless the food and to bring us all together. Thank you. And I'll be walking around and talking to some of you. So thank you for being here. We wouldn't have a center without you. We create the process and conditions for it. Thank you so much. Namshala.
Thank you. And thank you. I would like to also say thank you for everyone. As everyone knows, very you should just send the atomic
that from the worldly point of view, he went through biggest problems, but from the Dharma point of view, best opportunity to practice Dharma. But in any case, you all have supported him, helped him, like your interactives. We would like to thank you all for that.
내 장소 오늘 지 대화다 담주 담만들의 여한테 오늘 지금 그 장소 나출라지 가도 지 도마시 오면 오늘 신에게 지 대화 여기서로 건강한 소화될 내고도
Because he feels like your support and faith in him shows that that you are really having that kind of faith and support from understanding the Dharma, not just outside, but really from inside to understand the Dharma.
그래서 나니 단다발라 단다란도 간지 장소 간지 응슈 좀 간지 되네야. 그래야 예소소 무슨 내용 소소 용마도나 되는지는 잡초로 함쳐야 돼. 네, 말하나다 간지 또 로데오 총스.
So I feel very happy and that there has been so much support. The time he was sick and still not completely cured, and there's been so many help. Side of great.
제가 어떤 시험들하는 지금 하는데 제가 망보요래 제가서 망보던다 원래가 저도 단단한 건 망보고에 다소서 그 톱톱도 제와나 주셔내시나 아니 나도 개원도요래 아니 시행치나 소소래야지 도바지 같이 제가 요서 배워들래요.
And just like Sean said, we always need volunteers to help. Of course, we're all helping a lot, but we always need more. You can do whatever you can to help and support the center. And of course, from Dharma point of view, that's very meritorious thing to do, and you accumulate a lot of merit. Okay, and even from the worldly point of view, you feel like, oh, I did something.
제가 안당에 딱 소보다 단다 자샤바지 고추 라디오다.
You should say he feels like 90% better now.
단단히 샤지치 당원에 찍고
Yeah, one more surgery to do.
내가 잘로도 저기 6 right how many more wrist broken 6 중이 잘해 너는 말 파좀 쪽 중이 잘해
Yeah, like the back rib, so it's 12 back rib. Yeah,
Very.
iron bar.
Yeah.
Metal.
단단히 생각 잡셔 단단히 거기다 나디디 돼요
That's natural.
매다 다 코버 건 짜지
If Krishna gets lift it, nothing would go wrong.
중이 잡셔야 되고 거기다 나디디로 나는 힘이 다 소소래와
Yes, on top of that, and then like the screws, screws going across. So Krishna said he always feels some kind of discomfort there. It's calm and it feels better.
그래서 간지 딱 간지되네 소보야스 장소 간지도 잡혔지 아마도 팬데믹도 다 지루셔한테 나도 직대를 다 잠잠 미안 잠잠만 너다로 그래
Krishna said, it's all because of your help and support that you should better that much. Now, pandemic is over and we can all get together in person to practice. Again, the support and merit of the community.
그래서 나도 그 잠잠 미안 잠잠 말로 군직대 주니로 와
Sometimes good, sometimes bad, that's the nature of the world.
그래서 나도 처음 고저 밑빠지는 도바사대가 지금 정신이 다야 들으세요
There was a point where we had to close everything down, and even if we see somebody far away, we always have a thought and a doubt in our mind, oh, maybe the person is sick and might get sick.
even the walk too far away 이제는 제가야 다다가면서 저 제가 다 데려가는데 다 이거지네 나도 들으르지네 또 그거 뭐 그러냐도 사야죠인데 엔켜나서 데리고 리치야 돼 배가오죠 이제
We're free from that doubt, at least, right? And now we are able to be together here, and all of you organizing the potlucks, we can all be together and enjoy the food.
내가 단다 수수 가와는 나는 그 나사로는 수수 담에서도 채워라
Of course, it's kind of over, but it's still there a little bit, right? So you should always be careful about that.
그래서 like that Anything else?
I have a slightly different perspective from everybody else. I can tell you that in a year and a half that we've been going through since this accident, not once have I seen Geshe upset, frustrated, anything negative. It's an amazing Dharma practice. And it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So
Thank you. I just pretend like that.
We can't hear you, Margaret.
You can hold this.
Soft-spoken voice. Okay, anyway, I want to introduce myself. I'm Margaret. I currently volunteer as development for the center. And it's so nice, everybody supporting the center. And, you know, Geshe talk about the volunteers, you talk about volunteers. I think I have to talk about a bit more volunteers, financial support. I know it's very, you know, it feels very uncomfortable to talk about it, but I recently read Nick Bush article on doing this, and actually it's creating a lot of merits, you know, supporting the center financially. You'll be supporting, you know, the utilities, keeping the building up, you know, everything else here, the heating and all that. Without the center, we cannot house all this auspicious objects that Geshe started the class to talk about how special this place is, right? It carries a lot of blessings. So when you come, you get a blessing. When you support this place, you give blessing to other people, right? So it's great. And giving Dharma, this is the best way of generosity. So please support the center financially too, as much as you can. And I think we'll start our annual letter, annual appeal. We have not fundraised for this place for about 2 years, 3 years maybe. So this place too, yeah, in that way, as much as you can. Thank you.
and remember that Kurukulla Center is both the center and Geshe's home. Okay, so literally this is direct support to Geshe, to the center, to the Dharma. It's just to support in so many ways.
As to the people who are new, if you're not on our newsletter, please go to the website, sign up, or later on just grab me, talk to me. Okay. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, really important, you know, in the last 3 years, even you don't have class, anything, but everyone's support for financially is very wonderful. This is a way too hard to put that, you know, center of Dharma. Even you're physically not able to come here, you know, financially support something, because we all put together the support. One person cannot do it. Therefore, financially support is very important, you know. We don't need to be very fancy place to support. This is our home, our center. We are our, you know, center. Therefore, you already did. I'm not saying you're not doing. No. Therefore, everyone in the churches, they have some plan, you know. Even they can, you know, donate for there's something there. We call that how making money. There's something number. Collection. Therefore, we need to like that. Everyone say, okay, this is I'm like there's a tremble benefit for other sentient beings. Like first people come here, they bought the center. Nobody here, maybe only Debra. Because they work really hard. Just clear. Debra's here. We don't know this place before. You know. And those people very work hard. We have the center, stupa. So we keep going there. Even we Tibetan call. Even waters go, the birds stay there. Bridge. Therefore, thank you for all of you, you know, sport. I think if you sport, really sport, still you sport the center is go to the right direction. Now, this is center is not just a lot of APM to center. I'm not saying it, but I think one of the most ordained somebody. Shengandu, Ibn Richuto Mo Yerdan, Kundil Telena, or Kadina, Akumano, or Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Or another day, the Chade, there's no time to get it off.
So this is one of the well-known center, most famous center. Well-known, well-known. Like even His Holiness knows. I mean, of course, there are so many, right? So you can't keep all the name of all the centers around the world, and even in the FPMT, there's so many centers. But like Kurukulla, His Holiness has been here, and so he knows Kurukulla Center. Yeah, he knows that. So, and this is all because of all your support. So please keep on supporting.
Whatever we need to continue, and also very important to support the center physically, mentally, financially, for everything, your body, speech, mind. Okay? Okay, thank you. Then we enjoy the lunch. I don't know what kind of food you have.